Grab is no good. Final 3 seconds. That's the game. The Firebirds win. Firebirds win. 129 to 120. The final score. They are the winners. They go to 2-7 on the year. Good job, gentlemen. Symmetry post-game wrap-up coming up. Symmetry Financial post-game wrap-up as I grab an interview with the coaches in a few moments.
Hey, guys, Dallas.
Oh, wow.
Great game. Good job,
Bruce,
guys.
keep carrying it for us, buddy.
Okay. Okay, right now the Firebirds have won this game. They're 129 to 120 over the Dallas Skyline in a game in which the Firebirds started out. They were at one point, there was 25-5 in the first period, and they simply just did not stop. I got some buddies of mine back in Dallas. They're going to be coming to North Carolina here soon. And I just want to let you, I was told one of the guys, say, hey, guys, you need to really win this one for me. But absolute great game. They led from start to finish. And I'm going to turn it over now to Wesley Oliver, who is with
129.
Oliver.
129 to 120, the final score. The Firebirds led the entire game, and they pick up their second win on the year. We're here with Coach DeMarcus Oliver. I know the feeling's got to be good, but you got to remain focused because we got to get out of the cellar we were in for the first 4 weeks of the year. Am I correct?
Absolutely, you're correct. Our guys learning what it means to compete for 4 quarters. I can't take nothing away. It's a great Dallas team. Of course, Dallas is, from my understanding, ranked number 1 in the league right now. Hats off to those guys. However, our guys played very well tonight. We can play a little tougher in the third and fourth quarter. Early fourth quarter, we could have played a little tougher. We kind of got relaxed. And so as I shared with the guys, we're not playing for a win. We're playing to be a contending championship team.
Trying to survive, to make it to the playoffs.
We got to make it to the playoffs, man. And so, we got to learn how to grit it out for 4 quarters and not just the first half. So we on our way. I
saw a lot of texts last night on group text with our broadcast crew and team crew, and so much positivity. And there were things that, I watched this on film, and I think we can do this. If we do this, we can do. Did that group texting last night really help this win tonight?
Absolutely. It helped the energy, the mental energy, and the focus that was needed so the team can have one mind on the sideline. Early on in the season, we got a new group of young guys, and so everybody's getting to know one another. And so those lines of communication is always great, and that help everybody to stay mentally locked in and focused, throughout the course of this game.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. We'll do it tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Coach DeMarcus Oliver. They go to 2-7 on the year. But again, Bruce Barrett, as we'll get ready to wrap up Symmetry Financial post-game wrap-up here on CRN and Sportscaster, they want to finish, but they want to make the playoffs in the postseason, and that's what tonight's win statement was all about. They never lost the lead. Biggest lead was 24. They win 129 to 120 down the stretch over the number 1 team of Dallas Skyline.
I tell you, they were very, very impressive tonight in what they done. Just to give you some points here, the leading scorer for the Firebirds tonight was Shaq Dance. He had 25. Also with 22 points, it was Brock Young. And then there was also those in double digits. Milligan with 15. It was Baker, a fine game tonight with 14. 18 points there by Caden LeBray, who I thought was just absolutely strong underneath. Dallas was led points-wise by Dalen Guy. Unbelievable. 35 points tonight by Dalen Guy. He was a lot of the reason why the Dallas Skyline was able to come back the way they did. I mean, he was just lights out tonight for them. His 35 points was a big part of that. Also, for the Dallas Skyline, number 24, Rab, also had 24 points.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll recap all those stats. We'll close things out here. This is Symmetry post-game wrap-up. The Firebirds win 129 to 120 over the Dallas Skyline. They fall now to 7-3 on the year. Raleigh Firebirds are now 2-7. We'll be back in just a moment. CRN and Sportscaster coverage of the Raleigh Firebirds and the BasketballLeague.net. It's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Raleigh Firebirds, along with my colleague and partner Trey Snide of CRN Sports Network. Let me tell you about what Firebirds stands for STEM. A successful franchise is a basketball-loving market with sustainable local market and support. The best franchises are intimately integrated with actual community goals and values, not just popular causes. The Firebirds stand for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math education. The 21st century workforce requires astounding levels of STEM education, but many of our young people are not getting exposed to these fields in a way that engages our aspirations and imaginations. We are committed to leveraging the powers of attractiveness of sport to promote earlier engagement with STEM. The Firebirds have partnered with Wake County Schools to host 2 school day games for the purpose of reaching youth in an exciting basketball game experience and interaction. This is a vehicle platform for tremendous education content. While there are many things, it is still important to against these things, the Firebirds will stand for STEM. Find more details at RaleighFirebirds.net.
TBL is dedicated to serving our communities. Outreach efforts include daytime games for school-age students with programming at halftime, centered on issues of bullying, self-confidence, and reputation safety. Day games are sponsored by local businesses and are a tremendous platform of impact. TBL is proud to be on CRN. Follow us at crnsports.org.
The Basketball League, formerly the NAPB, is dedicated to delivering a world-class professional basketball experience to our community, our fans, and business partners. The Basketball League, where the spirit of the game lives.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Symmetry postgame wrap-up. I am Wesley Outland, Bruce Barrett. Bruce, we had a great game. A 9-point win, 129-120. What a matchup here. Raleigh Firebirds getting a big win. A 9-point deficit at the end. Biggest lead they had was 24, and Dallas never led.
Never trailed. They never trailed. They controlled the game. They did a really good job. I thought defensively they were very effective. The coach talked a little bit about, the second half where they really wasn't playing as hard maybe, or, just kind of a little bit of a let-up because of their lead. But they were able to do one thing tonight, and that is they were able to finish tonight. And they finished strong tonight. And with a 9-point lead, with a 9-point win tonight, 129-120, I'm sure Coach Oliver is going to be very, very happy with his team tonight. Just some incredible play by the Firebirds tonight.
And I know Coach Prescott Mack with the Dallas Skyline, as they go to their hotels in the Triangle tonight, they're going to be assessing things of what they need to do to try to come back and beat Raleigh, because they tried. They got to give props to the Skyline, to that team. Awesome players like Guy and Rab and Hillary and all the talent that they've got down the stretch. But when it's all said and done, the Firebirds do come back. Jamal McCoy just signed a contract for an agent. So if anybody's interested in recruiting that player to a different team or putting him up on a bigger level, get in touch with his agent now. Call his agent, as they always say.
Yeah, but we want him to stay here for a little while and get some more points for us. He had a great game tonight.
For sure. Hey, recapping points, I'll let you look at this real quick. 129-120, the final score. The Firebirds go to down 2-7 on the year, and they will prepare for another game against the Dallas Skyline beginning tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the CRN Sports Network and also on Sportscaster. But who are some big scores of the game for the Firebirds?
For the Firebirds, the leading scorer tonight was number 24, Shaq Dance, with 25 points. But here's the really big stat that I'm looking at.
And Brock Young for 22. Don't count him out.
Yeah, but they've shot 51% over 51% from the field tonight. And they did a fantastic job, and they were 48% from the three.
Wow.
And free throws tonight, are you kidding me? Their free throws tonight was unbelievable. They were shot
19 of 22.
86. That's burning up from the free throw line. They shot 86% from the free throw line tonight as a team.
As we always say, you got to make your free throws. How about Dallas? Who was top scorers for the Skyline tonight? They played a good game.
Dalen Gay, who really led that comeback and got him within 5 at one point, had 35 points.
Dalen Guy.
I'm sorry. He had 35 points, and he was also helped by Charlie Shorter. Charlie Shorter, let's don't count this young man out, 29 points tonight. They did a good job. That comeback that they had in the second period, they had a lot to do with
and if you count it up, I know Shaq Dance had 25 points, but the big score of the game was for Dallas, and that was, of course, the player number 2 of Charlie Shorter. So when it's all said and done, 129 to 120, the Raleigh Firebirds now 2-7 on the year. As you heard Coach DeMarcus Oliver tell me in post-game wrap-up interviews, we just want to get out of the cellar we're in. We want to try to climb back and make a run for the playoffs, and we've got a great team that can do that. We saw that tonight, Bruce.
Yeah, well, at halftime when we talked to the coach, he talked about his team starting to believe, in what they were trying to do and what they were trying to put together here, the program and the way that they were moving their offense and playing on defense. And I go back to last week. There was a lot of confidence in that game, and I thought that was, even with the overtime loss, they were right there. They were right there. They had the ball, and they just missed a layup, and there could have been a foul called or something. It could have changed the game. Sometimes referees want to let them play with 5 seconds to go.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they'll call it, sometimes they won't. My opinion, if it's a foul with 10 minutes to go in the game, it should be a foul with 5 seconds in the game. But the thing is, they got some confidence.
Yes.
And they started to believe in each other. And that's where it really starts. When you believe you can win, that's half the battle.
And Bruce, they'll play again tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The Raleigh Firebirds again against the Dallas Skyline. And don't forget, CRN Sports Network will have doubleheader coverage. We'll also be on Sportscaster for the Firebirds of the TBL game here. But we'll also have the Clayton Comets third round in the playoffs against the Eastern Guilford Wildcats. Will have that as well, crnsports.org. For all of our crew here at CRN, including Trey Stein, Brandon White, Daniel Moore, and Andrew Laird, Bruce Barrett, I'm Wesley Outland. Final score, Raleigh Firebirds get their second win of the year, 129 to 120. God bless from the Triangle. Take care. The following is a presentation of the CRN Sports Network, solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission without the express written consent of the Raleigh Firebirds and CRN Sports Network and the Basketball League is restricted and prohibited. Follow us online at crnsports.org.